Hey guys, this is Jacob from TheTeamOlympus, and today I'll be showing you my Kagero deck build. I built this very recently actually. This was my first deck that I ever had, but I honestly haven't touched it until like maybe 2 weeks ago. Before I did this to it, it's pretty much been just the starter deck, and you've seen how much footage there is of it on my channel. So but I like how it's running. I like how it's done. I plan on changing it as soon as I get the set 4 boxes in. But this, if you don't get the set 4, or if you just want the pretty cheap and easy way to win, basically, this is a really good deck to use. For the starter, it's Lizard Soldier Conroe. I don't plan on going through the abilities and effects of most of these because they're pretty standard. Like, most of it's still pretty much the starter deck. But Conroe, kills himself for a counterblast, kills himself, and gets a grade 1. The triggers are eight critical, 4 draw. I suggest, if you have the Gatling, I don't remember its name, but it's Gatling something draw trigger, then I suggest using that one. It would actually be a really bigger help than the Monica's, but like I said, most of this mainly just the structure deck. And then 4 heals. Okay, moving on to the grade 1s. I have one Bari, the Perfect Shield. I'm sure you're always probably wondering, why does he always have one Perfect Shield? Well, it's because that's what I get stuck with. I never get Perfect Shields, honestly. But in this deck, it really hasn't come across as needing a Perfect Shield. This deck basically pressures the opponent so much that you don't really need to defend as much. So, one Perfect Shield, and if I had 2 other Perfect Shields, I would trade out these 2 for it, because I would run only 3 Perfect Shields in this if I could. But for now, it's Jaren, 2 Jarens, 3 Flame of Hope Airmo, and 4 Dragon Monk Gojo, and the standard 4 bar. And then I didn't think I ran this many, but apparently I do. 3 Tejas. I like using Tejas' ability. It makes people focus on him a little bit more and try to get him out of the way more so than attacking your Vanguard. He's pretty much just, sure, I'll play him, and if you want to kill him, go right ahead. Then I have 1 Berserk Dragon. I thought I played more than that, but I don't really see the need to play more than 1, I guess, looking back at it. He's just there to retire a weak card, so, yeah. And then, this is pretty much the backbone of the deck, is the Alf, I guess you'd call it ride, probably not a ride chain, but I like to look at it as a ride chain, the Dragon Knight Elf ride chain. You have the if you have bar and tar. If you have bar and tar on your field, and this is your Vanguard, then you can counterblast one, send both of these into the soul, and go get the grade 3 version of Alf. So it's a superior ride for just one counterblast, and that's really useful, and a lot of people get really ticked off at that. They don't really see it coming. It could put them in a huge bind. Then I have 4 of the 10K beater Nahalims. And now for the star of this deck. You would think me describing the Alf ability and whatnot, saying it's the backbone, you'd think I would make that the main portion of this deck. But no. I don't make Lawkeeper the main portion of this deck. I don't make Dragonic Overlord the main portion of this deck. What I make the main grade 3 in this deck is Dragonic Waterfall. I run 3 of him. His ability is when he attacks Vanguard, he gets +3. So he's a 13 base by himself. Okay? Now, if you have a grade 3 in hand, his second ability is you can discard it and give him +10 more. So he could be swinging at you with 23 by himself. With an 8K booster behind him, that's 31 coming to your Vanguard. That's insane. Almost no one guards against that. The only thing that can stop this card pretty much is a perfect shield. If your opponent is loaded up on perfect shields, that's the only way they're going to survive. If they don't have many perfect shields or any perfect shields, you've pretty much won. That's what it's come down to. You've pretty much won if they can't get perfect shields. And then I run 2 Dragonic Overlords, 1 standard double R from the starter deck, and then I got lucky and got a triple rare, so I put that sucker in there. And then I run 2 of the Embodiment of Victory Alf. And then I run 1 Vortex Dragon. And if you don't like Vortex Dragon, I suggest putting in another Dragonic Overlord, honestly. But I personally love Vortex Dragon. He's one of my favorite Kagero cards. So that's why he's in here. And that's my Kagero deck build before set 4. So, another one, honestly, another one that you could do instead of the Vortex Dragon is Lawkeeper, because that does come in handy. That is a very good card. But yeah, that's the Kagero deck build for the Team Olympus, or my Kagero deck build for the Team Olympus. And if you liked it, like the video. And if you didn't like it, then you can tell me in the comments, and hopefully you'll subscribe. Thanks, guys. Bye.